been called tuna sashimi. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, Tunia, back again. Right then, this time we've got another Mega Drive game. This is Outrun. This is the Japanese Mega Drive version. So we'll have a go there, see what you think. And I turned up a little bit so you can listen to the music, because Outrun's got classic music. So let's press start this then. So look what options we got. As you can see, there's a BGM. You can actually play the music tracks. So it's got its own music tracks as well. The old classic Passing Breeze, Splash Wave, and Magical Sound Shower. So we'll change that. I'd say this one of Yu Zusuki's classic arcade machines. Outrun, obviously, pretty much most of you have probably played this in the arcades. Is a fantastic racing game that came out years ago and was very impressive when it first came out, and it's it's been a loved game for years and years. Calling it a racing game is a bit odd, because I did read somewhere that Yu Zusuki calls it a driving game, not a racing game, because you don't actually race anything, you just drive against the time. So he's probably right, it is a driving game, not a racing game. But so we'll have Magical Sound Shower. See, the music renditions on this Mega Drive port are not bad, they're pretty good. What you've got to do on is you accelerate and then you pull down to change gear. One thing this version does have is no sound effects when you're driving, which is a bit odd. So you've got no car effects, but graphics are pretty decent. It's got some decent amount of things in the background. You've got the sea as well, which is pretty cool. It does have the up and downs like the arcade. So the music is pretty decent. Plays alright. Just plays like Outrun, really. We'll have a run of two foot. This is the hard corner. It always tends to catch me out. You can run through this corner pretty fast as well if you're good enough. This is an Outrun when the road splits. Strange with this cartridge, I got two Mega Drives. I got a UK Mega Drive and I've got a Japanese one. And for some reason, this doesn't work properly on my Japanese Mega Drive, but I'm not entirely sure why. Oh, crash. This game does have a different layout to what we're normally used to. There is two different Outrun layouts. I'm not sure the exact details of them, but there's like a European layout and a Japanese layout. And we're obviously all used to the European layout. I think the European layout is the best one. Or the Western layout, whichever way you want to call it. It's just basically the way the tracks are laid together. Just looking on eBay as well, and this Japanese one does seem to demand around about the 30 quid mark for some reason. I don't think it's worth the 30 quid, to be honest. I think probably the best version of this, home console wise, is the Saturn one. The same with Space Area and Afterburner, which are Yu Zusuki games. They're really good on the Saturn. Killed by a windmill. Got plenty of time. Outrun is a fun game. It's a fun arcade game. But home console wise, it doesn't have a huge amount to it, if you know what I mean. As good as it is, it doesn't take you too long before you've essentially seen everything. But they did make a sequel to this in the arcades, which came out on the original Xbox actually, but it's out on the PS2 and various others, and the sequel is really good. We may cover that at some point as well. They covered the Xbox one or something. Sneaky road layout. I say these games in the arcades back in the day in 1986 when this came out, they were amazing. All the super scaler games were stunning, like, especially I remember first playing Afterburner back in the arcades, and well, I loved it. And I still love that game to this day. Same as Space Harrier as well. Yu Zusuki did make some very good games. He did Hang On as well, and Power Drift, which is one that people tend to miss out a lot. Right, we'll try and do a different way on the courses this time. Let's have Splash Wave.
Get ready.
The PC Engine version of this is pretty good as well. It does miss a few things, but I think the PC Engine version may be slightly better. Even though it does have car noise, but unfortunately the car noise sounds like you've got a bee down a tube. So, other than a car. So we'll go the hard route this time. Classic. The music on this game is class. The arcade one did some really good tunes. So one thing I would say about this Mega Drive version, when you do scroll around the corners, the clouds are a bit choppy. It's obviously run at a lower frame rate. Right, we'll go right here this time. Down.
Checkpoint.
Ah. Remember to tap it lightly. Well, this route's definitely harder, you can see that straight away. It's cool, it's got the cloud effect like in the arcade, that's class. Sort of do your head in a bit, mind. Ah. Don't know if I got enough time to actually make it. Come on. Couldn't break enough then to get around the corner. Yep, I suck. It's official. It's cool, it gives you the map screen as well and shows you how far you've got. So we'll do that. Yeah, so Splash Wave this time.
Get ready.
At some point I'll have to show you some of the Yu Zusuki games actually running on the Saturn. I'll show how nice they are. Like if you've got a Saturn and the ability to play them as well, they definitely well worth finding, picking up. And I'm pretty sure when they came out here, they came out on like a multi-pack or all 3 games on one pack, like they did in the US. where the Japanese versions are on separate releases. I think his music's ingrained into my head over the years. There's the phone going again. Ah, trap me in between the two of them then. So sure my outrun skills are terrible.
Checkpoint.
I watch some of these corners, especially the ones going up over the hills. So playing this in the arcade cab, especially the sit-down cab, is really cool. Ah, it's hard to get past those trucks sometimes, especially in a small space. Well, I don't think I'm going to make it. No. Doing terrible bit. Right, one more go in. Right, one music track's gonna step it beat to say. Let's try the
Get ready.
MegaDrive Only sound, which sounds terrible. No, this original track's not sounding too great at the moment. Let's see if I can get a bit further on this time. Bit of a better time going on there. See if they've done a bit more of this tune like it's playing now.
Checkpoint.
Couldn't slow down fast enough then. Jammed it into low gear and press brake. Ooh. Truck out of nowhere. Very up and down end. Let's go the harder route. I'm concentrating now, using my brain. Oh, brake, come on. Doesn't brake too good. Like I say, if you've got a PS2 or a Xbox or even Xbox Live Arcade, you can actually get Outrun 2. And Outrun 2 is a really cool game. Like, got a mad skidding mechanic where you sort of you slide around corners and stuff. Doesn't look like I'm gonna make it. No, I'm not gonna make it. Yeah. Right, guys. Anyway, that's Outrun on the Mega Drive. Yeah, it's not a bad conversion in the arcade. You know, I remember buying this at the time, expecting miracles, and I was a little bit disappointed with it. But it was good, you know. But I did end up trading it quite quickly. I suppose Outrun's one of those games is, you know, there's only so much you can do with it. You know, it's one of those games that's quite nice to pick up every now and then and play, but it's not something you can spend hours and hours and hours playing. Maybe the arcade one, but home version's not quite so much. But yeah, it's not a bad little conversion, you know what I mean? I don't think it's worth the about 30 quid that it goes for. So if you do want to get it for your Mega Drive, it probably is worth picking up, but I wouldn't pay a huge amount of money for it. Maybe 10-15 quid or something if, you know, you fancy a bit of Outrun. But review wise, I would probably give this around about a 7 out of 10 mark. You know, pretty average. Nothing super special for the machine. Not if the Mega Drive's full of fantastic driving games, I suppose. I suppose you got Road Rash, but that's more of a motorbike game. Yeah, pretty good, you know. Maybe 7 out of 10. If you like Outrun, pick it up. But if you've got the ability to have a Saturn or anything like that, get a Saturn version instead. But yeah, not bad. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll catch you in the next video.